It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At shooting, at the other guard position, Chris Middleton. Starting at small forward, at 6 foot.
From we proudly bring you the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hill. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And, of course, Avery Bradley. They will definitely miss his contributions.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help them long term.
Well, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jared Sullinger. Then it's Jordan. And it's Crowder. And at the 3, the small forward. Reggie Jackson had made some noise about wanting a big contract to be moved last year. Ultimately, he was traded to Detroit.
Yep, Kevin traded from the Thunder to the Pistons, and it actually happened on deadline day.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Off the iron that time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Poked away. Crowder dishes to Middleton. Kicks to Sullinger. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And if you go back, remember Jackson struggled with the Pistons last year as well. So the team went on a losing streak as soon as he got there.
That drops. Now here's Middleton. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Sullinger pass to Jordan. He dishes it to Middleton. Shot clock at 5. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Yes.
And Jackson will look for a fresh start this season. I mean, hard to play with all the drama and questions going in your head about pending free agency.
Now here's Ilyasova. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here's Drummond. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
Sullinger, and that one's good.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Now here's Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game. No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Crowder kicks to Thomas. Middleton inside the three-point line and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
I guess even he has missed one of those once in a while.
It's back to Jennings. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Celtics trail by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got his first basket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here is Morris. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Now the pass to Drummond. Jordan with some nice D.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Now Thomas. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Kept alive. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to Atlanta.
And really lucky that they weren't blown out in that game, because I just thought the effort was lacking.
They just couldn't hit on anything that worked for them, no matter what approach they used.
Here's Thomas, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Thomas passes to Sullinger. He feeds it to Crowder. The high post shot. Detroit with the rebound. Jennings has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Crowder with the steal. Thomas with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And the wide open shot for Morris. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Middleton. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. To the paint. Thomas, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Jackson. The rebound by Middleton.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Sullinger. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. 5 to shoot. Thomas kicks to Jordan. Shot is off. Good D by Drummond. Pistons leading by 5. With some arc. They get it again. Jennings with the bucket. Jennings has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Ilyasova. Caldwell Pope comes in for Morris. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Hunter. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Galloway. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes. Few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W's.
Here's Galloway. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
So it's Detroit now. They lead by 7. Drummond the screen. Blake kicks to Meeks. Plenty of space. The rebound by the Celtics. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Blake. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here's Galloway. 4-point game. Zeller inside, defended by Drummond. And it's sent back by Drummond. And Caldwell Pope, now it's off the key. And it's good. Caldwell Pope's got his first basket.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
So it's the Celtics now. Celtics passing it around. There's Galloway, guarded by Blake. There's the screen. Off the pick. The second chance effort, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Johnson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Here's Blake. Johnson to screen. Now Blake. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Meeks can't hit.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Galloway kicks to Butler. Dishes to Zeller. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
The last few weeks, you see how Boston stacks up. Second in field goal percentage, third in fewest turnovers per game, and they are in the top third of the league in assists. The quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And a quick word in terms of their field goal percentage, which has just been spectacular inside and outside. They just keep finding ways to put the ball in the basket.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
There you go, fans. Your Pistons answer. Make some noise, Detroit.
Here's Hunter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. A bit ago, Stan Van Gundy and I were able to chat. They managed to get a win in their last contest against this squad, but he's far from complacent, fellas. He said, we know we're facing a dynamite offense. We were fortunate to get a win last time around, but we need to approach this game with the same discipline and attention to detail. This is a game where everyone has to devour that scouting report and try to minimize our mistakes. Kevin?
And Doris, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
Yeah, and they can light it up when they get it going. It's going to take a top-notch effort defensively to keep them in check.
And you know what? I think they're up for it. I like to hear Coach acknowledging the challenge they're facing. They know what they're in for.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Boston. Just 4 to shoot. Blake misses. Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Feeds to Zeller. Passes to Galloway. Jacks up a three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Butler kicks to Galloway. Now the feed to Zeller. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shots good from Butler.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Pistons trail by 4. Blake dishes to Meeks. Inside. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
The Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Stanley Johnson.
That one is off. The Pistons making a change here. Ilyasovas checked in. Then for the Celtics, Sullinger's checked in for Evans. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Rasul Butler. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Boston leading by 3. Pass to Hunter. The dish to Sullinger. Pass to Hunter from past the arc, and the shot is good. Hunter's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Boston. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Celtics ending the first quarter on a 20-5 run. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
On the court for the Celtics, Jay Crowder out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
And here's Middleton following the three-pointer by Stanley Johnson. Jordan the screen. Off the screen. And Middleton the bucket on the assist from Jared Sullinger. Sullinger's got his 3rd assist on the night. Getting back to Jennings last season really did start out as one of his best. Not just the improvement, Clark, in accuracy. His turnovers per game were at a career low.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch out for with Jennings. I mean, he's still only 26 years old, Kevin. Now, plenty of time to continue to refine and hone his game. I think his best basketball is in front of him.
And it's Drummond missing. Celtics leading by 5. Outside Thomas. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. He kicks to Middleton. Lock at 6. Another miss by Middleton. The Pistons shooting at 50% in a decent group. Jennings passes to Jackson. Up and in on the layup. Jackson's got 8 points.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Jackson against Middleton. Back to Thomas. Middleton outside. Thomas against Jennings. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and stolen by Drummond. The drive by Jennings. That's good. He has 6.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Celtics have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now here's Thomas. Middleton outside. Kicks it to Sullinger. He dishes it to Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas against Jennings. Fires it up. No good off the front iron.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Jackson with it. Now Thomas defending. Thomas against Jackson. And Drummond kicks to Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, Warren Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Ilyasova. And it's Jody Meeks in for Johnson. Thomas kicks to Middleton. No good on the triple.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now here's Jennings. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Jennings with the ball. He's got 6. Teardrop shot. Good D by Jordan.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
There's the pass to Thomas. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. Back to Jordan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Andre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Boston making a switch here. Butler's checked in. The drive by Jennings. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Boston, no good that time either.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness. But no question, he's improved his skills and IQ.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Pistons. Now here's Middleton. 7 points in the game. He feeds it to Zeller. Dishes it to Butler. 18 feet out. That one a little long.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The Celtics with the lead. And here is Thomas to the inside. Picked by Zeller. And it's Middleton penetrating. And the shot is good. Middleton's got 9.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Detroit. Blake comes in for Jackson. Then for the Celtics, Hunter comes in for Chris Middleton. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Thomas. Here's Blake. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J. And Brad Stevens now in his 3rd year coaching the Celtics. Greg, I know you admire him from afar. Good fit for the franchise. Good fit, Clark, for a young team.
Agree with you completely on all of that. He stresses team unity and selflessness and sets the example and tone with his demeanor.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Zeller. And it's Meeks with the rebound.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Blake. Feeds it to Morris. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And, you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player.
Boston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Hunter, the pass to Zeller. Here's Galloway. 7 points in the game. Shot from the top of the key, and he gets it to go. Galloway has got 9 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Blake. Over to the left wing. Caldwell Pope pushes to Morris. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Now here's Butler. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Here's Zeller, hits the jump hook. He's got 7.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Here's Blake. The feed now to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Meeks. The dish now to Blake. From the arc. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Galloway. He's got 9. Pass to Evans. Here's Galloway. There's the pick. Back to Evans. Right side, Butler. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
Yes.
Evans has got 3 assists tonight.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Time call here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Ilyasova comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Johnson in for Jody Meeks. Here's Galloway. Following the basket by Stanley Johnson. Butler kicks to Sullinger. He dishes it to Galloway. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. A minute 42 left to play in the first half. Sullinger with the bucket.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it. And credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
And, you know, Steve Blake, a veteran president who has been around the block a few times. He's been on several teams, played in several schemes and systems throughout his career. He's seen everything you could try to throw at him on the floor. He's the consummate pro.
Here's Galloway, guarded by Blake. Sullinger the screen. Galloway the pass to Crowder. He kicks to Butler. Zeller up top. Lots of room. Rebounded by the Pistons. And going back to Steve Blake, really didn't see much playing time after being traded to the Warriors last season. Of course, with Steph Curry and Sean Livingston ahead of you, you're going to not see a lot of minutes. Blake really just became probably more of an insurance policy.
And Blake's minutes, as you mentioned, Kevin, were down last season, but he was still that seasoned point man you'd love to have on your roster in case you got to cash in that insurance.
Here's Galloway. He's got 9. Picked by Zeller. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Boy, I really like the way he came out in the first quarter. Very aggressive, really focused and intense, and generated some nice opportunities.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And he can't get the first one. So for the Pistons, Drummond's checked in for Morris. And it's Jennings in for Steve Blake. And the Celtics also making a change. Thomas is checked in.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
That evens the score. Caldwell Pope's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now Thomas. He gets it up, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. And it's a neck-and-neck game going on in Detroit. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they forced their way to some easy buckets, aggressively going to the rack, imposing their will. I mean, taking it inside establishes an attitude and toughness that you can't get any other way.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop it.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Andre Drummond is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Here's Jackson. following the bucket by the Celtics. Drummond with it. Sullinger picks him up, and he gets the bucket.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Here's Thomas. Sullinger outside. Kicks to Middleton. The Celtics working the ball around now. Jordan, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. For Boston, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Now here's Sullinger. He's got 5 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. Andre Drummond 4th.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on it. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Got it, and the Celtics lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Ilyasova. Celtics have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Sullinger the screen. Sullinger a screen on Jennings. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. Sullinger dishes to Thomas. Middleton for 3. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Middleton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And the basket by Jackson.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Boston timeout call.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Now here's Middleton. 12 points for him. Jordan the screen. Sullinger outside. Back to Middleton. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And Middleton kicks to Sullinger. And it's Jordan atop the key. Middleton outside. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Thomas.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
Thomas against Jennings. Ilyasova a screen on Thomas. Jennings can't get it to go.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Middleton. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jennings against Thomas. Here's Drummond. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. 6 points for Andre Drummond. The Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Outside Thomas. The pass to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Morris outside for the tie. Here's Drummond. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Sullinger with the bucket.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
To the middle, tipped away. Crowder with the steal. Outside Thomas. He feeds it to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. Jordan the screen. Thomas passes to Middleton. 5 on the clock. And Jared Sullinger, the bucket on the assist by Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists now in this one. Dishes it to Jackson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Jackson. He has 14 points and a steal. He is in complete control of this game.
Clark, you're on the money with that one. It's all going his way.
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Jody Meeks comes in for Brandon Jennings. And then for Boston, Zeller, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Evans comes in for Sullinger. And it's Butler in for Jay Crowder. Now here's Evans. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Butler dishes to Evans. Passes it to Zeller. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the Pistons ended last season with a record of 32-50. They played decently enough against the rest of the East and had 23 of their 32 wins against the Eastern Conference.
Steve Blake's checked in for Detroit. Langston Galloway's checked in for the Celtics. And Detroit last season against the East played well for stretches. They couldn't find that consistency to climb the ladder in the East.
And they had a lot of changes going on. Tons of transition for this group. But let's face it, they did play well down the stretch. A lot of wins against playoff teams from the East. And went 500 against Eastern playoff teams in their final 10 matchup.
Here's Thomas. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Outside Thomas. Evans setting the pick for Thomas. It's stolen by Morris. Drops in the breakaway layup. Morris has got the game tied up here for Detroit.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Thomas goes in. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Aldwell Pope, he's checked in for Steve Blake. Boston also with the sub. Crowder, he's checked in for Rasul Butler. Shot clock at 6. Evans, a screen on Morris. With the teardrop. Thomas, no good. The Pistons have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. For the lead, Morris with the bucket. And it's a 3-point Piston lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now here's Thomas. Feeds to Zeller. Thomas a screen. Zeller inside. Working on Drummond. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
How about the game for Zeller? 9 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
He hits both from the stripe. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late, but you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Here's Caldwell Pope taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
The three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
Now here's Thomas. 4-point game. They set the screen. The feed to Crowder. Fires the three. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Johnson.
And I bet most people forget that the Pistons did make the playoffs for 8 straight years before this current drought. It's been a long rebuild process for them recently, but I think they're making progress and moving in the right direction.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Marcus Morris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for the Pistons, they seem to have a direction and plan now that just wasn't the case before. It won't be easy to get back into the postseason, but I really feel like they are on the right path.
The Pistons making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. And he sinks the second.
This is what they need to do in the second half to come out with a win. It's not the only thing, but when you convert free throws at the other end, you put a lot of pressure on the opponent to play solid defense against you.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Now, here's Thomas. Crowder with it. Back to Thomas. To the paint. Here's Evans. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pistons leading by 5. Caldwell Pope kicks to Meeks. Morris with the ball. Evans picks him up. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Johnson. Rebound Boston. Zeller's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Outside Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Crowder, the pass to Evans. Evans setting the pick for Thomas. Out left to the wing. It's deflected. Johnson outside. Out left to the wing. Morris a screen. There's a screen. Here's Caldwell Pope, defended by Crowder. And Galloway pulls it down. Celtics trail by 5. And here is Thomas. Pass to Crowder. Picked by Zeller. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 6 points.
Assist from Isaiah Thomas.
Detroit's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Ilyasova banked in off the glass.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Thomas kicks to Evans. Nice ball movement by Boston. Good. And that's 15 points for Tyler Zeller.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Detroit. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Celtics. Jackson kicks to Meeks. Trying to find Ilyasova and gets it to him. Cannot hit.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Thomas. Out of dishes to Zeller. With 1 on the clock. And it's he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Respect this here.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Pistons leading by 5. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Celtics. We got Jay Crowder. Chris Middleton is out there with Thomas. Then it's Jared Sullinger. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Thomas, following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Thomas sets a screen for Sullinger. Jordan the screen. Left side Thomas, 5 on the clock. The shot by Middleton, wide open, but they get it back. Thomas passes to Sullinger. Here's Crowder. Thomas a screen. For 3, Middleton. Rebounded by Jackson. The Pistons shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Sullinger the screen. Sullinger a screen on Jennings. Shot off the screen, and Sullinger with the basket on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist here tonight, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Now Thomas, the dish to Jordan. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Now here's Jennings. Jennings sets the screen for Jackson. And it's blocked by Jordan. Middleton against Jackson. Pass to Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Here's Middleton. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Now here's Jennings. Down low. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
The defense keeps coming up short. Just no solution for Morris. 16 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
He misses the free throw.
They're just around 60% from the line for the game right now. They shot it pretty well in the first half, but they've just fallen apart here in the second. They're not making them pay right now. Their free throw percentage has dropped all the way down to below 60%. That's unacceptable, and that certainly is not winning basketball.
Now here's Crowder. The Celtics working the ball around now. Another miss by Middleton.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Jennings against Thomas. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Here's Crowder. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. He dishes it to Jennings. Back to Jackson. No one near him. Rebounded by the Celtics. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Thomas. He kicks to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Look at what Middleton has done so far. He's got 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
To the left wing. Morris a screen. Caldwell Pope. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Thomas. Jordan with a screen on Jennings. Right wing. Here's Sullinger. And he overshot that one, missing. Pistons leading by 5. Here's Caldwell Pope. Kicks it to Jennings. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Then for the Celtics, Butler comes in for Chris Middleton. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Thomas. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Jennings. Jordan kicks to Butler. The pass to Galloway. The 3. Busted. No good that time either. For Detroit, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. On the wing, Jackson, defended by Butler. Anthony with the screen on Butler. Jackson misses. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Galloway. Right wing. Out of this is to Sullinger. The kick outside to Butler. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Detroit making a switch. Johnson's checked in. Pistons leading by 5. Outside Jackson. Here's the screen. He feeds it to Ilyasova. And Galloway pulls it down. Galloway has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Six to shoot. to the right side. It's Sullinger with the drive. That's good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Pistons shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Morris right side. Outside Jennings, beyond the arc. Detroit, no good that time either. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Galloway, Sullinger, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Johnson. Zeller, who's checked in for the Celtics. That one drops. He ties it up. Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Galloway kicks to Crowder. Sullinger the screen. Zeller inside. He's guarded by Johnson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Detroit. And so Zeller nails both of them. The Pistons shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Jennings drives in. And there's Ilyasova on the assist from Brandon Jennings.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Butler kicks to Zeller. Tries from 7. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Zeller's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. The Pistons have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Jackson missing again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Outside Butler. Passes to Galloway to take the lead. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Pistons trail by 3. Outside Jennings. Out to Morris. Shot is off. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Here's Galloway. Sullinger the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Butler from outside. Detroit with the rebound. Now here's Jennings. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. It's tipped. Jackson passes to Jennings. And he gets the bucket. Jennings has got 6 here in this quarter. Boston's getting some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Chris Middleton comes in for Butler. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Langston Galloway. Thomas with the ball. Looking to get it going. Rejected by Jennings. It's deflected. And here is Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Middleton. Rebound Detroit. Jackson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Middleton dishes to Thomas. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Hit by Zeller. Thomas passes to Zeller, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity. Yeah, they were getting winded. Good call here to give them a quick breather.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 4. 1:39 left in the fourth. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Celtics leading by 4. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Zeller, a screen on Jennings. Thomas kicks to Crowder. That 3 off the mark. Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Jennings against Middleton, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sullinger, the screen. Fires from the line. Middleton can't get it to go.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're down by 4. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it's Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. There's a good screen. Jennings kicks to Jackson. To stop the drought. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Well, Sullinger has been great. 19 points, and he's blocked the shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws go down and the lead goes up.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Feeds to Jackson. Charity stripe shot. Rebound Boston. And that's an intentional foul.
Anthony Tolliver. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Detroit, Tyler Zeller.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
Here's Galloway. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jared Sullinger. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet